Chapter 1. The hidden switch inside you. Something has brought you here. Not luck, not coincidence, not a random click. It's because part of you has started remembering something the rest of the world forgot. That wealth was never meant to be chased but activated. Right now, as these words meet your awareness, your energy is already shifting. The very field around your body is beginning to respond. You may feel warmth in your chest, a small flutter in your stomach, or a calm sense of focus that wasn't there before. That's the signal, the first sign that your wealth frequency is waking up. For too long, humanity has been taught to treat money as a trophy, something to be hunted down, earned through exhaustion, or justified through sacrifice. But money is not a prize. It's a pulse. It's a vibration that follows consciousness. Every belief you hold about struggle, hard work, or luck is just a program, quietly looping inside your subconscious mind. It tells you that you must trade years of life for small amounts of survival. But deep within, you know that cannot be the truth. Because abundance isn't something that visits the few. It is the base frequency of existence itself. When you were a child, you felt it. Before you were told to be realistic, before you saw fear in your parents' eyes about bills or scarcity, you were pure frequency, curiosity, creativity, play. That was abundance in motion. And that same vibration still lives inside you, waiting to be remembered. Right now, as you listen, you're beginning to move back toward it. Take a slow breath, not to calm yourself, but to connect. Because your breath is your bridge between the physical and the energetic. Each inhale draws power from the infinite field that surrounds you. Each exhale clears the static of old beliefs. And as you breathe, your inner world begins to open like light cracking through a door that's been shut for decades. This isn't motivation. This isn't another surface-level affirmation. This is your recalibration. The frequency of money doesn't live in banks, numbers, or wallets. It lives inside the way you feel about yourself. It lives in the energetic signals you broadcast without even speaking. Think of your life as an ongoing transmission. Every emotion, every thought, every heartbeat sends a signal to the universe, a signal that says, "This is who I am. This is what I'm ready for." If your signal is cluttered with worry, guilt, or the need to prove your worth, then the universe only reflects that confusion back to you. But when your energy becomes clear, calm, certain, when you stop begging for abundance and start embodying it, everything begins to change. The truth is simple. Money is not listening to your words. It's responding to your frequency. It doesn't care how many hours you worked or how many sacrifices you made. It doesn't even care if you failed before. It's responding to one question only. Are you open to receiving? And most people aren't. They say they want wealth, but what they really broadcast is fear. They say, "I'm ready for more," while their nervous system screams, "I'm not safe to have it." That's why we start here. Before abundance multiplies, your energy must feel safe with it. So pause for a moment and notice your body. Notice how your shoulders sit. Notice if your jaw is tight or your breathing shallow. Now soften everything. Allow yourself to feel safe right now with the idea of being wealthy. Not someday, now. Feel the edges of that resistance melting away. The parts of you that once said, "Money corrupts," "Money is hard," or "I don't deserve more," all of that is dissolving like mist in sunlight. Because those weren't your beliefs. They were borrowed stories. Inherited programming from parents, schools, and systems designed to keep you chasing, never arriving. You are no longer chasing. You are activating. As this activation begins, your subconscious starts to shift its geometry, the invisible patterns that shape every choice and experience you have. It's like turning a radio dial from static to clarity. For years you've been tuned to the frequency of lack, trying to get, trying to hold, trying not to lose. Now you're shifting to the frequency of flow, of trust, expansion, and effortless magnetism. You don't need to figure out how money will appear. You don't need to hustle harder or plan every outcome. You need only to align. Alignment is when your thoughts, emotions, and energy all agree on the same truth that you are already abundant. When that inner agreement forms, the outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself around it, and it will. You'll notice coincidences first, small unexpected credits, invitations, messages, or ideas that feel guided. You'll notice how money starts moving toward you through paths you didn't plan. It will feel almost unfair how easily opportunities find you, but this isn't magic. It's mathematics, energetic precision operating in real time. The quantum field around you doesn't respond to effort. It responds to coherence. So let's build that coherence now. As you continue listening, imagine yourself surrounded by a field of soft golden light. It expands several feet beyond your body, a living aura of energy that holds your intentions. Each word you hear charges that field. Each calm breath strengthens it. Now, see a current of light flowing toward you from all directions, gentle at first, then stronger. It weaves through your body, filling your chest, your hands, your spine. This current represents abundance, infinite supply. Let it move through you freely. Let it circulate without restriction, because money doesn't flow to those who cling. It flows to those who allow. This is the paradox. The moment you stop obsessing over needing money, you become the type of energy that attracts it naturally. When your mind relaxes, your frequency rises. When you release control, your magnetism strengthens. The universe cannot deliver to a clenched fist. It delivers to open hands. Now, imagine those open hands glowing with light. You don't need to take anything from anyone. You are not competing for limited resources. You are synchronizing with infinite supply. The only thing you've ever had to do is remember. Remember that money is not an object. It's a mirror reflecting how you see yourself. If you believe you are small, unworthy, or unsafe, that mirror can only show scarcity. But when you remember your true nature, limitless consciousness in physical form, that mirror begins to reflect infinity. This is what activation feels like. Calm confidence, silent certainty. A deep knowing that says, of course abundance comes to me. Not arrogance, remembrance. You've played small long enough. You've lived inside frequencies that were never yours. But that part ends today. Because the version of you who lives in overflow already exists. They're not in your future. They're here, layered over your current self, waiting for permission to take the lead. They breathe slower. They speak less, but with power. They make decisions without panic. They trust the flow completely. And in the quantum field, trust is currency. Every moment you trust, you're transmitting stability, and stability is the signal that abundance loves most. Because money doesn't flow to chaos. It flows to clarity. The wealth frequency you're activating now is the same energy that governs stars, gravity, and creation itself. It is the pulse of expansion, the rhythm of life saying, more is always possible. So let that rhythm take over. Feel it in your chest. Let your breath match its beat. You're syncing with the very field that shapes all material reality. You're no longer on the outside of abundance looking in. You're inside it. You always were. You can test this truth at any moment. Simply close your eyes and think of something you desire, not from need, but from joy. Then feel the sensation of already having it. Feel the warmth, the gratitude, the completion. That feeling is the creation. The physical form is just its echo. This is the law that most never learn. Reality mirrors emotion, not effort. And the emotion you're cultivating right now is not excitement or hype. It's the quiet power of knowing. Knowing that wealth is not an achievement. It's your natural state remembered. You've been carrying this frequency since birth, but buried beneath decades of noise. Every moment of comparison, Every limitation you accepted covered it up. Now you are peeling those layers away, returning to your original signal. A signal that says, I am safe to receive. I am worthy of expansion. I am open to infinite flow. This isn't imagination, it's recalibration. Your cells are listening. Your nervous system is updating. Your subconscious mind is recording a new identity. And soon, you'll notice your outer world catching up, opportunities aligning, ideas arriving effortlessly, people showing up at perfect timing. None of it random, all of it reflection. Because when you activate this frequency, you stop chasing money and money starts chasing you. From this moment forward, you are no longer operating from the frequency of survival. You've entered the field of creation. The next chapter will take this even deeper, where we'll reveal the precise mechanics of how your frequency shapes your financial timeline. For now, breathe deeply. Feel the golden current pulsing stronger. Let it seal this activation within you. You are no longer the version of yourself who hopes for wealth. You are the one who radiates it. And the universe always responds to radiant energy. Chapter 2. The Quantum Mechanics of Money. What if money was never a thing outside you at all? What if the entire financial world you see, numbers, digits, coins, and bills, is simply a reflection of energy patterns pulsing from your consciousness into physical reality? In this moment, as you listen, that realization begins to crystallize. You are not a body chasing outcomes. You are a field of vibration sending continuous instructions into the quantum fabric of existence. Each instruction takes shape according to your dominant emotion, and the universe, perfectly neutral, perfectly precise, mirrors it back to you as experience. Money is simply one of those mirrors. It doesn't choose, it doesn't judge, it just reflects. So the question has never been, how do I get more money? The real question is, what energy am I radiating that money keeps reflecting back? Every person alive is broadcasting a specific signal. Some radiate lack, others radiate overflow. Some carry guilt when they spend, others carry peace when they give. Every feeling about money is a frequency, and the universe is a flawless translator of emotion. The moment you understand this, your life changes forever. You stop looking at money as an object to control and begin seeing it as an extension of your consciousness. It moves where your focus flows. It stays where your energy feels stable. It multiplies where it feels appreciated. To master the quantum mechanics of money, you must first understand this fundamental law. Everything vibrates. Everything communicates. Everything responds to energy. When you hold a coin or look at your bank balance, you're not interacting with a cold, static material. You're interacting with condensed energy, dense light taking form. Your reaction to it determines whether it expands or contracts. When you sigh in frustration looking at your finances, you collapse the field. When you breathe gratitude, you open it. This is not philosophy, it's physics. At the subatomic level, your attention reorganizes the field. Particles appear or disappear based on observation. Energy flows where awareness goes. So when you look at your finances with fear, the field constricts. When you look with calm certainty, it expands. This is why wealthy people appear to attract more, not because they're lucky or chosen, but because they radiate stability. Their frequency says, I am safe with abundance, so abundance stays close. Meanwhile, those who fear loss vibrate scarcity. Their signal says, I am not ready, and so reality mirrors that truth with lack. You are learning to reverse that polarity right now. As your breath settles and your body relaxes, your electromagnetic field begins to smooth. The noise of resistance fades. The static of fear dissolves. You're becoming coherent, and coherence is the secret code the universe understands instantly. Imagine your energy field like a calm lake. The smoother its surface, the clearer it reflects the sky. When your mind is calm, the universe can finally mirror your highest vision with precision. That calmness is wealth. That peace is power. Because peace is magnetic. The more you dwell in it, the faster abundance arranges itself around you. Now, visualize your life from above. See yourself as light, not flesh, a glowing field moving through infinite energy. Around you, streams of potential swirl like ribbons of color: gold, blue, violet, silver. Each stream is a possible reality. Each one vibrates at a different frequency. One frequency holds the version of you struggling for survival. Another holds the version of you overflowing with wealth, creativity, and freedom. These timelines exist simultaneously. Which one solidifies into your lived reality depends entirely on where your emotion rests most often. Emotion is the steering wheel of your quantum ship. Each time you feel gratitude, you steer toward abundance. Each time you feel fear, you drift toward limitation. The universe isn't punishing or rewarding you, it's responding to navigation. And right now, you're taking the helm back. As you listen, your nervous system is beginning to adapt to a new emotional climate, one where wealth feels normal, where prosperity feels peaceful, where receiving feels natural. This is the reprogramming that no bank or mentor can give you. It's happening within your biology, in the quiet space between heartbeats. Now, bring your awareness to the center of your chest. Imagine a sphere of luminous light rotating gently. With each breath, it grows brighter. With each exhale, it expands farther outward. This sphere represents your frequency, the broadcast tower of your personal reality. Every emotion, every belief, every thought becomes a signal transmitted from this point into the field. When you think thoughts like, "I can't afford this," or "I never have enough," that light flickers and dims. When you affirm with genuine emotion, "I am open to overflow," the light intensifies, sending a strong, clear signal to the universe that abundance is your truth. That light never lies. You cannot fake frequency. You can only feel it. And what you feel, you attract. Now visualize this light spinning faster, merging with a radiant golden current that moves through the entire cosmos. This is the universal wealth frequency, the pulse that carries creation itself. Every planet, every heartbeat, every wave of energy in existence is synchronized with it. And when your inner light locks into that rhythm, you stop chasing outcomes because you've become part of the current that delivers them. You begin noticing opportunities aligning perfectly. People appear with information you needed. Ideas drop into your awareness as if whispered from the ether. Doors that were once closed begin to open silently. This is the field responding to your coherence. You don't need to beg for it. You don't need to earn it. You only need to match it. Matching the frequency of wealth means living today as though abundance is your natural environment. It means choosing thoughts that feel rich even when your circumstances haven't yet caught up. It means holding inner certainty when external evidence still looks the same. That's the leap most never take. They wait for proof before they believe, not realizing that belief itself creates the proof. The quantum field doesn't understand waiting. It only understands broadcasting. So if you broadcast faith, you receive alignment. If you broadcast fear, you receive delay. Today, your signal is shifting permanently toward faith. Because this isn't about convincing yourself with words. It's about training your nervous system to feel safe in overflow. The reason most people lose money after gaining it is because their system isn't calibrated for holding abundance. Their subconscious thermostat is still set to scarcity. But you are adjusting that thermostat right now. As your energy rises, your comfort zone expands. Wealth stops feeling foreign. Success stops feeling temporary. Receiving stops feeling unsafe. You start existing at a higher baseline of frequency, one where abundance is no longer an exception. It's the default. And once that default locks in, reality bends accordingly. To help your subconscious hold this new baseline, repeat these words softly inside your mind. I am safe with abundance. I am grounded in overflow. I am open to receive. Feel what happens inside you as you say them. Your breath deepens, your chest loosens, your entire field steadies. This is resonance, your inner state aligning perfectly with your desired outcome. Resonance is the language of creation. Every time you feel this alignment, you're coding new instructions into the quantum field. Those instructions don't vanish when you stop listening. They remain active, generating circumstances, attracting people, orchestrating outcomes that mirror your vibration. This is how wealth is truly created, not through hours of toil but through alignment of energy. Effort without alignment creates exhaustion. Effort with alignment creates expansion. You are learning the difference. When you move from a place of overflow, every action carries amplification. You could send one email, make one call, post one idea, and it ripples 10 times farther than before because it's backed by clean, coherent energy. This is what ancient mystics meant by doing less and achieving more. It's not laziness, it's precision. You're now tuning your energy so precisely that even small movements trigger massive results. Imagine what this means for your future. It means you no longer live in reaction, you live in creation. You no longer hope for better timing, you become the timing. Money begins orbiting around you like a planet around its star because your frequency has become the gravitational center of abundance. Feel that for a moment, the power of knowing you are no longer chasing anything. You are the source. That awareness alone collapses lifetimes of struggle. As we move toward the next chapter, this awareness will expand into the deeper structure of wealth reality, where we'll explore how your frequency modifies timelines and creates quantum leaps that defy logic. But for now, let this truth anchor inside you. You do not attract money. You become the frequency that money recognizes as home. And once you become that, nothing can stop the flow. Take a final deep breath and imagine your body surrounded by golden light once more. You are tuned, aligned, and ready. You've just entered the quantum mechanics of wealth. Chapter 3. The Field of Infinite Supply. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine standing at the edge of a vast field that stretches farther than sight itself. The air shimmers with golden light. Every breath tastes of possibility. This is not fantasy. This is the quantum field of supply that every mystic, scientist, and creator has tried to describe in different languages. Here, everything already exists in potential form, every idea, every opportunity, every sum of money you will ever touch. You are standing inside the warehouse of reality before it takes shape. And the key that opens its gates is not effort or luck. It is frequency. The moment your vibration matches the energy of what you desire, the field rearranges itself around you. Matter obeys the signal of consciousness. The ancient texts called this creation through being. Modern physics calls it resonance. Both speak of the same law. You do not pull from the field, you tune into it. Now breathe gently. Feel a soft current moving through the solace of your feet, rising through your legs, flowing into your spine. This current connects you directly to the field. It is infinite, silent, intelligent. Each cell in your body begins to hum at the same pitch, like instruments joining an orchestra that has been playing since the beginning of time. The fear that says, "There is not enough," cannot survive here. Scarcity is noise created by minds disconnected from this field. In truth, there has never been shortage, only separation. You were taught to believe that resources are limited, that opportunity belongs to others, that wealth requires permission. Yet as you stand inside this golden field, you can feel the absurdity of that idea. The field gives endlessly because it cannot exhaust itself. Everything that has ever been invented, painted, built, or earned was drawn from this same supply. No one owns it. No one can close its doors. It responds to alignment, not hierarchy. Right now, you are aligning. Notice the subtle shift in your body as you accept that abundance does not need to be summoned. It is already pressing against you from every direction, waiting for you to open the channel. Your emotions are that channel. When you live in gratitude, you widen it. When you live in fear, you narrow it. The field never punishes. It simply mirrors the width of your allowance. Picture yourself walking through this endless light. Each step leaves ripples of energy that glow and expand. With every ripple, new possibilities emerge, projects, collaborations, unexpected gifts. You are literally walking creation into being. You are no longer someone hoping for a miracle. You are the mechanism through which miracles organize. Now imagine before you a river made of pure golden light. It flows from the horizon toward your feet and beyond, looping endlessly. This river is the current of money. It is not separate from love, peace, or health. It is one of the ways energy expresses appreciation for itself. When you receive money, the universe is simply saying, "Thank you for allowing me to flow through you." To connect with this river, place your attention in your heart. Feel warmth blooming there, gentle but steady. See a thin line of light extending from your heart into the river. The moment it touches, the river recognizes you. It quickens, swirling, brightening. That movement is the field responding to your signal. You have become visible to abundance. You do not need to ask. You only need to allow. Allow the current to pass through you. See it move into your heart, circulate through your arms, your hands, your entire aura. It does not stay still because money that stagnates loses life. Let it circulate freely, some flowing in, some flowing out without fear of depletion. The more you let it move, the more the river widens around you. This is why generous people seem forever supplied. They have learned that giving is not loss, it is velocity. The faster energy moves through you, the more of it you experience. The field multiplies whatever flows freely and contracts whatever is hoarded. Breathe with that understanding. Each inhale receives. Each exhale releases. Both are abundance. Feel gratitude not as a polite word but as a physical sensation. Let it spread through your chest like sunlight breaking through clouds. Gratitude is the exact emotional frequency that unlocks infinite supply. It signals to the field, "I recognize the flow, and I am safe within it." The field always rewards recognition. Now imagine scenes from your future forming in the light around you. You see yourself living with ease, perhaps walking into a space that feels expansive and bright, perhaps seeing messages of opportunity appearing on your screen, perhaps witnessing your bank balance rise without strain. Observe how calm you feel in those images. Notice that the peace comes first and the abundance follows. That is the true order of manifestation. Peace attracts. Desperation repels. Your mind might whisper, "But how will it happen?" That question is a trick of control. The how belongs to the field, not the individual. Your task is the what and the why. What do you choose to experience? Why do you choose it? Once clarity is felt, the field handles the choreography. Infinite intelligence arranges the meetings, coincidences, and timing with precision that the human mind could never plan. So instead of forcing paths, strengthen signal. The clearer your vibration, the shorter the distance between idea and reality. You can test this truth today. Choose one simple intention, perhaps an unexpected amount of money or a perfect opportunity, and rather than obsessing over it, simply feel what it would be like if it already existed. Hold that emotion for a few breaths, then let it go completely. Release it into the field like a message carried by light. Do nothing else. Watch how the world begins to echo that vibration back in subtle ways. A conversation, a new client, a sudden refund, a forgotten debt repaid. The field is efficient. It always delivers matching frequencies. As you integrate this knowing, something deeper awakens. You start to sense that abundance is not about accumulation but circulation. Wealth is not a pile, it is a pulse. The more open you are to life itself, the more life opens toward you. You may begin noticing beauty in ordinary moments, the sound of rain, the color of sky at sunset, the laughter of strangers. That noticing is wealth consciousness in action. The wealthy mind sees value everywhere because it recognizes energy in every form. And because it recognizes, it receives. When you live this way, money no longer defines you. It amplifies you. It becomes a creative partner rather than a master. You spend and invest not to fill emptiness but to expand purpose. That is true prosperity, to let energy express itself through you without fear of loss. Take a deep breath and feel the rhythm of the field moving through your body. Each heartbeat is synchronized with cosmic intelligence. Each moment of presence increases your magnetic signature. You are not attracting anymore, you are broadcasting abundance so clearly that the universe cannot help but echo it. As you leave this vision of the golden field, remember, it is not somewhere you visit, it is what you are made of. You can return any time by closing your eyes, breathing, and choosing gratitude. The field never leaves you because you and the field are one continuous awareness playing different roles in the same grand story. From this realization, a new identity forms, one that no longer asks, "How do I get?" but instead declares, "How can I serve the flow?" That question transforms everything you touch into expansion. The more you circulate good energy, the richer the field becomes for everyone connected to you. This is how personal wealth turns into collective abundance. This is how one aligned being can shift the vibration of an entire community. And it begins with a single choice, the choice to live as if the field of infinite supply is already yours. Because it is. Chapter 4. Rewiring the subconscious code of wealth. You carry within you a hidden operating system. It has been quietly shaping your every decision, every opportunity, every financial experience since the day you were born. This system is your subconscious mind, a vast archive of patterns, beliefs, and emotional memories that determine how much abundance you allow yourself to receive. Most people never realize that their financial limits are not written in their bank accounts, but carved into their subconscious. The numbers you see each month are not random. They are the result of internal code running silently in the background. To change the outer world, you must first rewrite that code. Right now, you are beginning that rewrite. Your subconscious does not respond to logic or force. It responds to repetition and emotion. What you feel repeatedly becomes what it believes. So if you've spent years feeling anxious about money, your mind has accepted anxiety as normal and abundance as foreign. That is why even when money comes, it often leaves quickly, because the internal program doesn't feel safe holding it. But safety can be reprogrammed. Take a slow breath in and exhale gently. Feel the space around you soften. With each breath, your body sends a signal of calm to your subconscious. That calmness is the language of safety, and safety is what allows new instructions to be written. The first instruction is simple: I am safe to receive. Say it softly in your mind. Notice what rises, maybe resistance, maybe disbelief. That's the old code defending itself. Do not fight it, simply observe. Every belief that says receiving is wrong, money changes people, or I'll lose myself if I become rich, is surfacing so that you can release it. These beliefs were not born from truth. They were born from observation, from seeing parents struggle, from hearing teachers speak of limitation, from living in societies built on scarcity. They were attempts to protect you from disappointment. But now, those protective walls have become cages. You no longer need them. Imagine those old lines of code as faint golden threads running through your mind. As you breathe, see light moving through those threads, untangling them one by one. Each breath rewrites a line. Each heartbeat erases another limitation. The new code is written in pure frequency. I am worthy of ease. I am aligned with overflow. I am open to infinite possibility. Repeat these words until they begin to feel familiar, because familiarity is how the subconscious defines truth. The more you dwell in the energy of these statements, the more your nervous system begins to accept them as your baseline. This is what rewiring feels like, not excitement or intensity, but calm certainty. Your body relaxes because it finally believes what your mind has been trying to say for years, that you were never meant to struggle endlessly. Now, imagine your subconscious as a vast landscape. At first, it looks scattered, maybe filled with broken structures built from old beliefs. As light spreads across it, new architecture begins to form, strong, elegant, luminous. Each new structure represents an upgraded belief that wealth is safe, that joy is productive, that rest creates more than stress ever could. As this landscape rebuilds, your outer world begins to mirror it. Situations that once drained your energy will dissolve. New opportunities will appear that match your higher frequency. You will begin meeting people who vibrate at the same level of openness and abundance that you now hold. This is the law of resonance in action. Your subconscious is the magnet. Reality is the metal that bends toward it. Let's go deeper into this process. Beneath every money block lies one of three emotional roots: fear, guilt, or shame. These are the emotional signatures that keep your frequency low. To rise beyond them, you don't need to fight them, you need to understand them. Fear tells you that abundance might be taken away. Guilt tells you that abundance means taking from others. Shame tells you that you do not deserve it at all. Each of these is a distortion of truth. The truth is that abundance cannot be taken because energy cannot be lost, only transformed. The truth is that receiving does not diminish others. It expands what is possible for everyone, and the truth is that your worth was never conditional. It was established the moment you became aware of yourself as consciousness. Now, breathe those truths into your body. Feel them dissolving fear, guilt, and shame like sunlight dissolves fog. The more you embody these truths, the lighter your energy becomes. You begin to notice that even your posture changes, shoulders relax, breathing deepens, voice steadies. These physical shifts are the evidence that the new code is taking root. Let's install one more powerful instruction. I trust the flow completely. This phrase rewires one of the oldest programs, the belief that control equals safety. You were taught that the tighter you grip, the more secure you'll be. But energetically, control is contraction, and contraction repels abundance. Trust, on the other hand, is expansion. It tells the universe, I am ready to be guided. Imagine this instruction flowing through your subconscious now like liquid gold filling a new circuit. The entire system lights up. You can almost hear the hum of alignment returning. You feel lighter because you are no longer resisting life. You are cooperating with it. From this cooperation, creative ideas begin to surface naturally. You might feel an impulse to call someone, to start a new project, to learn a new skill, or to take a different route home. Follow those impulses. They are guidance from the new code directing you toward your next expansion. Your intuition is the voice of the field translated through your subconscious. It speaks in quiet nudges, never in fear. The more you trust those nudges, the more fluent you become in the language of abundance. Soon, you will notice that your outer world no longer triggers the same reactions it once did. A bill arrives, and instead of panic, you feel calm curiosity. A delay happens, and instead of anger, you sense hidden timing. That calmness is proof that the reprogramming is complete. Your subconscious now sees abundance even in temporary gaps. Because once you hold the vibration of wealth, everything, even challenge, serves expansion. This is the state the wealthy live in, not constant excitement, but deep peace. It is the peace that comes from knowing that no matter what appears, the field is always working in their favor. You are now joining that level of awareness. The old program was built on survival. The new program runs on creation. Survival says, I must get through today. Creation says, I am designing tomorrow. One reacts to fear. The other radiates vision. You are choosing vision now. Pause for a moment and visualize your inner screen, that space behind your eyes where imagination forms. See lines of glowing code rewriting themselves endlessly. Old phrases like, I can't, or it's too hard vanish. New ones appear. I can. I am guided. I am supported. I am limitless. You don't need to force the new code. You simply watch as it writes itself. Awareness alone is the command that updates your reality. As this internal transformation completes, feel gratitude rising again. Gratitude seals new programs into permanence. It tells the subconscious, this is safe. This is who we are now. And from this safety, abundance will continue to build upon itself effortlessly. What begins as small shifts, a new client, an unexpected deposit, a creative solution, will soon expand into full-scale transformation. Not because you demanded it, but because you allowed it. Remember this final truth for this chapter. You are not learning to manifest money. You are remembering how to be the consciousness that never lacked it. Every moment you rest in that remembrance, the universe reorganizes around your peace. Every time you feel joy for no reason, you are broadcasting a signal that says, the field is open. And when the field is open, wealth flows in ways the rational mind could never predict. Now, breathe once more. Let that breath anchor the new code. The subconscious update is complete. You are operating from a higher frequency, one that speaks the language of abundance fluently. From this point forward, your reality will follow the new script, a script written not in fear, but in flow. You have rewired the code of wealth, and nothing can ever make you forget it again. Chapter 5. The magnetic law of receiving everything that exists in the universe operates through one rhythm, the rhythm of give and receive. Stars release light and gravity gathers matter. Oceans give waves and receive rivers. Trees offer oxygen and take in carbon dioxide. Nothing hoards, nothing clings. Everything circulates. Money follows this same magnetic rhythm. It is never still. It moves toward the most open channel. When you resist receiving, you interrupt that cosmic flow. When you allow, you become the current itself. Receiving is not passive. It is the highest form of participation. To receive means to let the universe express its generosity through you without shame or hesitation. Most people have learned to give but not to receive. They pour energy outward and wonder why the return never arrives. The blockage is not in the world. It is in their energy field. Right now, that blockage is dissolving. Imagine your body as a vessel carved from light. For years, it has been half-closed, its edges hardened by guilt, by self-criticism, by the fear of being seen as selfish. With every breath you take now, those edges soften. The vessel widens. The magnetic field around you expands like ripples on calm water. You are making space for the universe to fill. Feel how different this kind of receiving is. It carries no grasping, no desperation. It is a quiet yes. A yes that says, I am ready to let life love me back. The first law of magnetic receiving is openness without need. Need contracts energy. Openness relaxes it. Think of the times you chased an opportunity so intensely that it slipped away. The frequency of chasing communicates lack. When you soften into trust, opportunities sense the change and return. Money behaves the same way. It approaches those who radiate certainty that it is already theirs. The second law is gratitude before arrival. Gratitude is not a reaction to abundance. It is the magnet that summons it. When you feel thankful for what is unseen, you create an energetic vacuum that the universe must fill. Gratitude says, "I have already received," and reality adjusts to match that statement. The third law is stability in emotion. Wealth responds to equilibrium. When your emotions swing wildly between faith and doubt, your signal wobbles. The field cannot lock onto an unstable frequency. But when you stay centered, even when results seem delayed, you become a beacon that money can trust. Money loves reliability. It flows to calm water, not stormy tides. Take a breath and feel the steadiness inside you. That steadiness is the magnet. Every calm heartbeat sends a pulse through the field announcing, "I am ready to receive." Now bring to mind something you wish to experience, a specific amount, a lifestyle shift, a creative opportunity. Instead of visualizing it as distant, imagine it orbiting around you right now, drawn by your field. See it circling closer each time you inhale. With each exhale, you release the need to control how it arrives. The more you let go, the stronger the pull becomes. Receiving also requires boundaries. Without boundaries, you cannot hold what arrives. Imagine your energy field surrounded by a gentle, transparent sphere. It allows love, abundance, and inspiration in, but filters out anything rooted in fear or manipulation. Boundaries do not block receiving, they refine it. They ensure that only aligned abundance reaches you. This refinement increases magnetic precision. Every decision you make in this state becomes a signal to the universe. When you say yes from alignment, you expand your magnet. When you say no from self-respect, you strengthen it. Both are acts of receiving. One accepts flow, the other preserves it. To practice the magnetic law, begin each morning with 3 small rituals. First, stillness. Spend a minute noticing your breath. The quieter your mind, the louder your intuition becomes. Second, gratitude. Whisper thank you for anything within sight, the air, the bed, the chance to begin again. Third, openness. Place your hand on your heart and silently say, "I am willing to receive today." These simple acts calibrate your field before the day begins. Throughout the day, watch how life responds. Perhaps someone offers help. Perhaps an unexpected message arrives. Perhaps a simple idea feels electrified with possibility. Each of these is the field testing your readiness. When you respond with appreciation instead of doubt, the channel widens. Soon, the flow becomes continuous. Receiving is also an art of embodiment. Notice how your body feels when you imagine wealth. Does it tense? Does your stomach tighten? That tension is the residue of old programming that equated money with danger. Gently breathe into those areas until they relax. Teach your body that abundance feels safe. The body is the subconscious made visible. When it relaxes, the subconscious believes. There is a deeper layer to receiving, one that moves beyond material exchange. True receiving means letting love, compliments, and rest enter your life with equal openness. The way you receive small kindness determines how you receive large fortunes. If you deflect praise or downplay your achievements, you tell the universe that gifts make you uncomfortable. It listens and slows the flow. Begin practicing with the simple phrase, "Thank you, I receive that." It retrains the energetic circuit to accept without guilt. You will notice that as your capacity to receive expands, giving transforms as well. You give not to earn approval, but to continue circulation. The act of giving becomes joyful, not draining. It is an overflow, not a sacrifice. This balance between generous outflow and graceful inflow creates perpetual motion, the perpetual motion of prosperity. The magnetic law of receiving is also the law of trust. Trust is what keeps your hands open when appearances suggest closing. When bills arrive, trust says, "The same force that guided this need will guide the provision." When opportunities seem quiet, trust whispers, The field is aligning unseen paths. This inner trust is a frequency so rare that the universe rushes to meet it. Now visualize your heart center once more. See it glowing brighter, pulsing like a sun. Streams of golden light flow into it from every direction, carrying symbols of abundance, currency, ideas, supportive people, healing, beauty. As each stream enters, it transforms into light and circulates outward again. You are not holding wealth captive, you are conducting it like music. The rhythm quickens, and soon you realize that you are not attracting abundance, you are its expression. Let this vision settle. Let the warmth remain even after the imagery fades. This warmth is the sensation of being in harmonic receiving. It is the new normal you are installing. Live from this warmth, speak from it, work from it, rest inside it. It is the frequency that turns ordinary moments into gateways of abundance. From now on, whenever doubt whispers, place your hand on your heart and remember this truth. I am the magnet and the treasure. I do not chase, I attract. I do not force, I allow. I do not wait, I receive. Feel the resonance of those words. That resonance is wealth responding. The universe measures readiness not by need but by energy. Your energy now declares that you are open, stable, and grateful. And the field, ever faithful, always replies to that declaration. Money, opportunities, and synchronicities are already in motion, moving toward the signal you are broadcasting at this very second. All you must do is stay tuned. Stay in the rhythm of give and receive. Stay in the warmth of trust. Stay in the knowing that you are already enough. Because the moment you truly know you are enough, everything more than enough rushes to meet you. Chapter 6. Becoming the source of wealth. There comes a moment in the journey of abundance when you realize that receiving is not the final step. It is the bridge. Beyond that bridge waits a greater truth. You were never meant to be a container of wealth. You were meant to be its source. Every river has a spring. Every star has a core of fusion where light is born. Within you, that same creative core exists. It is the point where energy transforms from potential into reality. The more you awaken this core, the more effortlessly wealth flows through your life, not as accumulation but as expression. You are not simply part of the universe. You are the universe expressing itself as you. When this awareness settles, the fear of lack loses all meaning. How can infinity run out of itself? Take a deep breath and let that truth sink into your cells. With each breath, feel the boundaries between you and the world dissolve. The space around you vibrates with the same intelligence that beats your heart. This oneness is not philosophy. It is physics. The particles that compose your body are the same particles that create oceans, mountains, and galaxies. When you move, the cosmos moves with you. Becoming the source of wealth means shifting from asking, "What can I get?" to asking, "What can I create?" It means understanding that prosperity expands through contribution. The universe increases wherever it is expressed, and the most direct channel it has on this planet is human consciousness. Right now, you are that channel. Think of every act of generosity you have ever witnessed. Someone helping without being asked. Someone creating art that moved millions. Someone solving a problem that improved lives. In each case, money followed the flow of service. It was never the motive, it was the echo. When you become the source, you generate that echo effortlessly. Close your eyes and picture a sphere of golden light forming at the center of your chest. It begins small, then expands until it fills your entire torso. This light is creative energy. It is the currency of the universe waiting to be directed. When you speak, it rides on your words. When you act, it infuses your movement. When you imagine, it shapes reality. Now ask yourself softly, what desires to be created through me? Do not think, feel. Maybe an idea appears, a vision, a sense of purpose that stirs emotion. That is your unique channel of abundance calling to you. Every person has one. For some, it is artistry. For others, it is leadership, healing, teaching, invention. Whatever form it takes, it is the way the universe expands through you. When you act on that calling, money becomes a natural consequence. It arrives not as reward, but as recognition, energy returning to its source and gratitude. You never need to chase recognition again. The act of creation itself becomes fulfillment. To live as the source of wealth, cultivate three qualities: clarity, alignment, and generosity. Clarity is knowing what you stand for. It focuses your energy like sunlight through glass. The clearer your purpose, the more concentrated your power. Alignment is the harmony between intention, thought, and action. It keeps your vibration pure so that everything you do carries coherence. Generosity is the proof of trust. When you give freely, you tell the universe that supply is endless, and it mirrors that faith back to you tenfold. This is why those who give with open hearts often experience acceleration. They have entered the rhythm of the field, and the field always amplifies what moves through it. Now imagine your golden light flowing outward in waves, touching everyone in your life, family, friends, strangers. With each wave, see those around you becoming lighter, calmer, more open. You are not losing energy, you are multiplying it. Because the moment you share light, new light is born. This is how the universe expands, through giving that strengthens itself. From this state, opportunities arrive that carry purpose. The right people appear at perfect timing. Projects evolve faster than logic can explain. You begin to sense invisible guidance coordinating events around your intentions. This is co-creation, the dance between your energy and universal intelligence. Becoming the source also transforms your relationship with work. Work stops being effort and becomes expression. You no longer ask, "How can I make money?" but "How can I serve creation more fully?" When that becomes your focus, money chases you with enthusiasm because you are now its favorite instrument. Feel what that means. You are the music, not the listener. You are the generator, not the seeker. You are the fountain from which abundance flows into form. This awareness brings a quiet confidence. It erases the anxiety of timing and the fear of competition. Competition only exists among those who believe in separation. When you know yourself as the source, there is no one to compete with, only consciousness expressing through countless unique forms. Let your imagination show you the ripple of your influence. Picture a single idea you share today sparking inspiration in another. That person acts, touches many more, and soon a chain of prosperity begins that traces back to your vibration. This is the hidden economy of energy, an economy that never depletes but multiplies through connection. As you breathe, whisper within yourself, "I am the source of wealth. I am the field in motion." Feel those words activate the cells in your hands. You may feel warmth, tingling, or lightness. That is creative current awakening. Use it deliberately. Infuse it into your conversations, your creations, your rest. Every area you touch becomes magnetic. Being the source also means taking full responsibility for your vibration. No blaming circumstance, no waiting for luck. You recognize that every external event is an echo of internal tone. If something feels blocked, you adjust your energy first and the world rearranges accordingly. This level of ownership is true freedom. And with freedom comes expansion. You begin to notice that abundance expresses itself in more than numbers. It reveals itself through time, health, creativity, relationships, beauty, and peace. These are the multidimensional currencies of the universe. When you nurture them, financial prosperity aligns naturally because all forms of wealth are connected by the same frequency of appreciation. Take a moment now to appreciate the simplicity of this truth. You no longer need to memorize techniques or repeat endless affirmations. You only need to remember who you are, the living source of supply. Feel gratitude rising once more. Gratitude not for what is coming, but for what you have become. You have become the channel through which abundance speaks, the artist through which the universe paints, the note through which the symphony of creation continues. As you rest in that awareness, everything unnecessary falls away: worry, comparison, scarcity. What remains is pure creative presence, and that presence is wealth itself. Let this final image anchor in your mind. You standing at the center of an infinite expanse, light radiating outward in all directions. Every pulse of that light becomes opportunity, inspiration, support, connection. You do not chase it. It emanates from you. The field responds with 1,000 reflections, all carrying the same message. As within, so without. This is what it means to become the source of wealth, to realize that the universe has been mirroring your brilliance all along. Breathe deeply and let this truth root in your heart. I am the giver and the receiver, the creator and the creation, the source and the flow. Everything from this point forward will bend toward that recognition. Because once you remember that you are the source, the flow never ends. Chapter 7. Anchoring the frequency in daily life. It's one thing to feel the frequency when the music, the voice, the meditation surrounds you. But real mastery begins when the video ends, when the room goes quiet, and you are left with the hum of everyday life, bills, work, traffic, people. This is where the true practice begins. Because enlightenment means nothing if it dissolves under pressure. Abundance means nothing if it only exists in silence and not in action. To live as an energetic creator, you must bring the field into the ordinary. You must carry the frequency into your mornings, your conversations, your routines. Right now, you are learning the art of anchoring, the process of turning fleeting inspiration into permanent embodiment. When you wake up each day, the world pulls at your attention. Notifications, deadlines, noise. If you do not claim your frequency first, the day will claim it for you. So before you reach for your phone, before you check the time, pause. Close your eyes for just 30 seconds and feel your breath. Let your mind remember that you are not waking into chaos. You are waking into creation. Feel gratitude for the roof above, for the breath moving through you, for another day to express abundance. This single act resets your vibration before the external world can imprint on it. It is not a ritual of discipline, it is a ritual of sovereignty. From this calm center, you choose your state before circumstance chooses it for you. Now, carry that awareness into movement. Every time your feet touch the floor, imagine the earth sending energy upward through you. Each step becomes a grounding of abundance, a signal to the universe that you are ready to act on the wealth vibration you already hold. Anchoring the frequency does not mean forcing positivity. It means remembering truth even when appearances disguise it. When challenges arise, remind yourself, this too is energy shifting. The field is reorganizing around my higher frequency. You do not fight the wave, you surf it. When a bill arrives, bless it. That piece of paper or digital number is proof that energy has already flowed through you in the past. It is an invitation to circulate again. Say to yourself, as I release this payment, I expand flow. This simple reframe keeps your vibration clean, your energy stable. When you receive income, stop for a moment before moving to the next thing. Close your eyes and whisper thank you. That gratitude multiplies the signal. It tells the field, I recognize your response, and the field amplifies accordingly. Throughout the day, look for small opportunities to act from abundance rather than reaction. Smile at someone, tip a little extra, compliment sincerely. Every generous micro-action strengthens the neural pathway of wealth consciousness in your brain. You are training your mind to see overflow everywhere. By evening, before sleep, return to stillness. Lie down, Place your hand on your chest and replay your day not through judgment, but through gratitude. Notice how many moments of alignment appeared, the unexpected ease, the brief smiles, the effortless timing. Each recognition is an anchor. Every time you acknowledge flow, you lock it deeper into your subconscious. This is how energy becomes lifestyle. Anchoring also means aligning your environment. The spaces you live and work in reflect your vibration. When they are cluttered, energy stagnates. When they are organized with intention, energy circulates. Take time to refresh your surroundings. Add symbols that remind you of abundance, light, color, music, scent. These cues speak directly to the subconscious, reinforcing safety and openness. The same applies to your relationships. Spend time with people who expand you, who speak in possibilities rather than limits. Every conversation is an exchange of frequency. Surround yourself with those who remind you of your power, not your doubt. And when you meet negativity, stay grounded. Let their energy pass through you without absorbing it. You are the stable field now. Others will feel that stability and unconsciously rise toward it. Anchoring the frequency also involves your physical body. Energy flows best through a vessel that is respected. Hydrate well, move often, rest deeply. Exercise becomes a spiritual practice when done with awareness. Each stretch, each breath, each drop of sweat says to the universe, I care for the temple through which abundance expresses. Now let's talk about consistency. Frequency is not maintained through intensity but through gentle repetition. Just as muscles strengthen with consistent movement, your energetic stability strengthens with consistent mindfulness. There will be days when you forget, when you fall into worry or comparison. That's natural. When it happens, do not judge yourself. Simply notice, breathe, and return to center. Every return strengthens the anchor. You are no longer chasing the feeling. You are becoming it. Imagine your energy field like a glowing sphere around you. Each time you practice awareness, the light brightens. Each time you react with gratitude instead of fear, it stabilizes. After weeks of living this way, you will notice that abundance appears faster, almost automatically. This is not coincidence. It's coherence. The stronger the coherence, the quicker the manifestation. Here's the secret most people overlook. The field doesn't respond to occasional intensity. It responds to steady resonance. It rewards those who maintain frequency through the mundane. When you can hold calm awareness while washing dishes, walking outside, paying bills, or speaking kindly, you are already living as a master. This is the art of integration, spirituality made practical. Your life becomes meditation. Your home becomes temple. Your work becomes service. Your breath becomes prayer. Every thought you think is now creative currency. Every emotion you feel writes data into the quantum field. And you are conscious of every broadcast you send. This is how new timelines are born. You begin to see evidence everywhere, conversations turning in your favor, opportunities aligning, people reaching out at perfect timing. Reality bends toward your steadiness. The outer begins to mirror the inner so precisely that you no longer question if the field is listening. You realize it always was. It was simply waiting for your consistency. Anchoring the frequency also transforms your sense of time. You stop measuring success by days or deadlines. You begin to sense divine pacing. You trust that everything is arriving on schedule, even if you can't yet see the sequence. That trust becomes relaxation. And relaxation is the highest form of wealth. Because the truly wealthy are not those who possess the most, but those who worry the least. Their energy remains smooth under all conditions. You are becoming that. As you fall asleep each night, imagine waves of light moving through your body, sealing in all the frequencies of the day. Feel yourself sinking into a sea of abundance, warm, safe, endless. While you sleep, your subconscious continues the alignment. The field never stops responding. Even in rest, you are broadcasting prosperity. When you awaken again, you will feel lighter. That lightness is not illusion. It's the absence of resistance. It's proof that the frequency is no longer something you visit, it's what you live in. And when abundance becomes your environment, reality has no option but to deliver matching experiences again and again. You are now the calm within the current, the steady light among fluctuations, the living bridge between invisible energy and visible wealth. This is anchoring. This is mastery. This is abundance as lifestyle. Let this sentence echo in your mind as the new baseline. I no longer practice the frequency. I am the frequency. Everything in your day will adjust to honor that truth. Every sound, every interaction, every coincidence is the universe confirming your alignment. Stay aware. Stay grateful. Stay open. Because when the field sees that you can hold the energy of abundance in the ordinary, it begins to deliver the extraordinary. Chapter 8. The infinite ripple effect. Every shift that happens within you echoes far beyond what your senses can measure. A single moment of awareness sends ripples through the collective field, altering trajectories you may never witness. Energy is not confined to skin or distance. It travels through resonance. Each thought, each breath, each decision carries a signal that touches everything. Right now, you are radiating a new signal, one of stability, gratitude, and limitless expansion. This frequency doesn't end with you. It multiplies through everyone who comes into contact with it. The universe is an ocean of vibration. When one point in that ocean rises, waves move outward in every direction. The people you speak to tomorrow, the places you walk, the words you write, even the silence you keep, all become carriers of your new frequency. You are not just attracting abundance. You are transmitting it. Look around you and realize how the smallest acts ripple. When you stay calm in chaos, others feel it. Their nervous systems, tuned subconsciously to coherence, begin to mirror yours. When you speak encouragement instead of complaint, you alter timelines. When you make decisions from love instead of fear, you change the probability of outcomes for everyone involved. This is the unseen power of alignment. It does not shout. It hums quietly, adjusting the field around it until peace becomes contagious. As your frequency stabilizes at this higher level, new forms of abundance appear, not just for you, but for those connected to you. Friends suddenly find opportunities. Family members heal tension. Communities feel lighter. It's not coincidence. It's coherence spreading. The truth is that the universe never rewards isolation. It rewards circulation. Every intention you set for abundance carries a secret clause, that it must benefit the whole. When you align with that, your personal wealth becomes part of a larger awakening. Imagine this vividly now. You stand in the center of a vast body of still water. As you raise your hand, light flows outward in expanding rings. Each ring represents someone touched by your energy, a smile exchanged, a kindness offered, a vision shared. Those people create ripples of their own, and soon the surface of the water is alive with infinite movement. This is the network of consciousness. It is how the universe evolves. Your abundance is not selfish, it's catalytic. When you thrive, you show others what's possible. You demonstrate that struggle is not the only path. Your calm prosperity becomes permission for others to relax into their own flow. In this way, wealth becomes spiritual service. Take a breath and feel how expansive that realization is. You are no longer just manifesting money. You are embodying a template of harmony that upgrades the field itself. Every time you choose gratitude, you rewrite the energetic blueprint of humanity in a subtle but measurable way. Scientists call this morphic resonance. Ancient mystics called it the collective soul. Both describe the same truth. Consciousness is shared, and your vibration contributes to the symphony we all live in. When enough individuals hold a higher state, that state becomes easier for others to access. Like lighting candles in a dark room, each flame reduces the darkness for everyone else. You are one of those flames now. And here's the secret few understand. The fastest way to increase your own abundance is to amplify it in others. Each time you celebrate someone's success without jealousy, you align with success itself. Each time you bless another's prosperity, you invite the same current to pass through you. What you appreciate in others, you magnetize in yourself. So practice this daily. When you see wealth, beauty, or joy in another person, silently say, "Thank you for showing me what's possible." That gratitude transforms comparison into connection, competition into collaboration. Soon, you begin living in a world where everyone's rise supports yours. That is the future frequency, the cooperative energy of the new consciousness emerging on Earth. Now visualize a globe of light surrounding the planet. You can see countless points sparkling within it, every awakened mind, every open heart. Some bright, some faint, all connected by threads of golden energy. With each breath, your own light joins them. It strengthens their glow, and they strengthens yours. This is the infinite network of creation. You are part of it consciously now. The money you attract, the projects you birth, the peace you radiate, all of it feeds back into this network. You are circulating abundance through existence itself. The field recognizes you as a trusted conduit and increases your capacity accordingly. You may notice soon that opportunities expand beyond personal gain. You'll feel inspired to create, to teach, to uplift, to share knowledge or art that moves hearts. That inspiration is not random. It's the field using you as a vessel for wider transformation. The more you follow those impulses, the greater the flow through your life. This is why generosity and creativity are the ultimate abundance multipliers. They prove to the universe that your channel can handle larger currents. Be aware, too, that this influence transcends physical distance. When you hold someone in your heart with compassion, energy travels instantly. Time and space do not limit frequency. You could be on one side of the world sending love to another, and their field receives it subconsciously. This is the true power of connection, invisible yet undeniable. Feel into that now. Imagine waves of golden energy radiating from your chest, reaching people you've never met, places you've never been. Each wave carries peace, clarity, abundance. The more you send, the more flows back. Not because you demanded it, but because the field always balances itself. Giving and receiving are one motion in opposite directions. This is how entire realities evolve. First, the individual awakens, then the ripple spreads, then the world reflects that new vibration through innovation, cooperation, and higher consciousness. You are not waiting for global change. You are part of the mechanism creating it. And that realization brings responsibility. Every thought of lack broadcasts not only to your life but to the collective. Every moment of appreciation uplifts the whole. So choose carefully, but not fearfully. Choose with awareness and compassion. When you walk through the world now, imagine light trailing behind your footsteps. Every place you visit brightens slightly. Every person you greet leaves feeling lighter, even if they can't explain why. That's the field responding to coherence. That's the ripple effect in motion. Over time, this becomes your normal state, abundance not as something you achieve, but as the atmosphere you breathe. Your energy stabilizes entire rooms. Your calm becomes contagious. You begin to see that wealth was never personal currency. It was collective harmony expressing through individuals. As this awareness deepens, something beautiful happens. Your desire for accumulation transforms into a desire for contribution. You no longer ask, "How much can I get?" but "How far can I reach?" And the universe answers by expanding your reach beyond imagination. Because when your intention is pure alignment and service, limits vanish. The field itself opens doors, moves people, and orchestrates synchronicities in your favor. It ensures that the source of generosity is never left empty. Feel that truth as energy in your chest, a steady pulse that connects you to everyone who listens to these words, to everyone who will ever tune into this frequency. We are all part of the same wave, rising together. As we move toward the closing chapters, carry this mantra in your mind. My abundance uplifts the world. My success is collective success. My frequency heals what I touch. Let it repeat quietly like a heartbeat. Let it guide your choices, your tone, your focus. Because from this moment forward, every action you take, no matter how small, ripples through the infinite, and the infinite always ripples back. You are no longer a receiver or a seeker. You are a living transmitter of abundance, a node in the endless web of creation, broadcasting wealth, peace, and expansion across realities. The ripple has already begun, and nothing can stop its way from transforming everything it touches. Chapter 9. The final alignment. There comes a point on every path where the seeking dissolves, where there is no longer something to reach for because the truth has already taken root. That moment is now. All the words, the visualizations, the activations, they were never meant to give you something new. They were meant to remind you of what you already are. You have walked through scarcity, rewired the subconscious, awakened the field, and learned to live as the source itself. Now we arrive at the final alignment, the moment where remembering turns into being. Close your eyes. Let the noise of the mind soften until all that remains is breath. Inhale through the nose slowly, deeply. Exhale through the mouth with ease. Every breath is a bridge between your human self and your infinite essence. Each inhalation draws energy from the quantum field. Each exhalation anchors it into matter. Feel that exchange. You are not just in the universe is breathing through you. Right now, there is no separation. There never was. The same intelligence that orchestrates galaxies is guiding your heartbeat. The same field that moves stars into place arranges the circumstances of your life with that same precision. The difference now is awareness. You finally see the pattern. Alignment means no longer resisting that pattern. It means saying yes to the flow even when the route is unseen. It means trusting that everything unfolding is happening for coherence, not chaos. This is the highest frequency. Surrender without loss of power. You are not giving up control. You are aligning with the greater control that was always there. In this state, life becomes effortless synchronization. You think of someone, and they appear. You set an intention, and the pieces assemble quietly. You walk into a room, and the energy shifts. Not because you forced anything, but because your vibration now commands harmony wherever you go. This is what mastery feels like. Not dominance, not arrogance, but deep ease. Feel that ease filling your body now. It flows into your hands, your shoulders, your spine, your jaw. Every muscle softens under the weight of realization. I am supported. I have always been supported. Let that phrase echo inside you until it becomes rhythm. With every beat of your heart, the field hums back in agreement. Alignment is the end of internal conflict. No more fighting between the spiritual and the practical, the divine and the human, the desire and the guilt. You understand now that all are expressions of the same consciousness. Money is spiritual. Work is divine. Pleasure is holy. Receiving is sacred. Because all are movements of the same energy seeking circulation. Every moment of your life is now part of one seamless symphony. Inhale, exhale, give, receive, act, rest. There is no hierarchy among them, only harmony. You can feel this harmony in your chest like a slow, steady warmth. That warmth is not emotion, it is coherence. It is the evidence that your heart, mind, and body are broadcasting one frequency together. Stay with it. Let it build until it becomes light. See that light radiating from your heart outward in expanding spheres. Each sphere touches every version of you across time, the child who worried, the adult who strived, the future self who has already mastered this path. Watch as those versions merge into one luminous being, you. This merging ends the illusion of past and future. There is only the eternal now. In this now, you are complete. You are enough. You are whole. And because wholeness is the natural frequency of abundance, wealth becomes effortless reflection. When you walk in wholeness, the world rushes to meet you with synchronicity. When you speak, life listens. When you imagine, creation moves. This is the final alignment, when doing flows from being, and being is aligned with the entire universe. Take another deep breath and let your awareness expand outward until you can sense the field around you. It feels alive, awake, and responsive. It moves in waves, waiting for your direction. Now, silently send one final command into the field, not a request, not a plea, but a declaration of truth. Say within, I am the frequency of abundance. I am the source, the flow, and the destination. As those words vibrate through your system, feel the air around you thicken with presence. You can almost feel the universe listening, nodding, aligning. There is nothing left to chase, nothing left to fix, nothing left to prove. You have stepped beyond the paradigm of cause and effect into the reality of resonance and reflection. From this day forward, manifestation is no longer something you do, it is something that happens automatically as you exist in coherence. When thoughts arise, they carry power. When emotions move, they attract. When intentions form, they materialize. And the beauty of it all is that you don't need to remember to make it happen. It is built into your nature now. The frequency has anchored permanently. It hums beneath your words, pulses through your actions, shapes your choices, magnetizes your reality. This is the stage where many feel a strange quietness, as if nothing is happening. But that quiet is integration. It is the silence before the universe rearranges to match your new vibration. Trust the silence. It is proof that alignment is complete. You may begin noticing subtle signs, a repeating number, a stranger's comment, a dream that feels significant. These are confirmations, whispers from the field saying, "We heard you." Acknowledge them with gratitude, but don't chase them. You no longer need proof, you are the proof. Now visualize your life 6 months from this moment. See yourself living freely, creating effortlessly, receiving joyfully. Notice how the people around you are lighter too, drawn into your field of peace. Every project unfolds smoothly. Every idea finds its perfect timing. Every challenge resolves into opportunity. This is your new normal. And beyond 6 months, visualize years ahead, your future self calm, radiant, fulfilled, laughing often, inspiring others by presence alone. That version of you is not distant. You are feeling its vibration right now. You have merged with it fully. The field has no sense of time. It only recognizes frequency. Once you feel the energy of a reality, it already exists. You are living it into visibility moment by moment. Let gratitude flood your being. Gratitude for remembering, for awakening, for aligning. Feel it overflowing so abundantly that it must spill into the world around you. This is the real abundance, love, peace, clarity, generosity, all expanding together as one current. Before we close, repeat these final activations softly in your mind. I am aligned with infinite supply. I am wealth in motion. I am the calm within all change. I am light remembering itself through form. Each line is a code that seals the work we've done across these hours of transformation. They embed themselves into your subconscious and continue broadcasting while you sleep, while you work, while you dream. You are now permanently tuned to the frequency of wealth consciousness. Money, opportunities, support, and synchronicities will orbit your life naturally. Your only task is to stay open, to stay grateful, and to stay present. From this alignment, everything you touch will expand. Every thought will plant new potential. Every word will carry healing resonance. You have completed the activation. The journey has come full circle from searching for abundance outside to realizing it was the very substance of your being all along. Let that truth settle into silence. And as you open your eyes, know this: nothing is missing. Nothing is waiting. Everything is already here. You have activated the frequency. You are living proof that consciousness creates reality. And your life, from this moment onward, will be the echo of that realization. Chapter 10. The Eternal Flow Silence, the kind that hums rather than empties. If you listen closely, you can hear it, the subtle rhythm beneath all creation. It is the pulse that moves planets, the breath that carries tides, the unseen harmony that keeps existence in motion. This is the eternal flow. It is the current you have been rediscovering all along, the one you once called luck, destiny, or divine timing. But it is not outside you. It is you. Every time you breathe, you participate in it. Every heartbeat echoes its rhythm. Every choice you make becomes part of its unfolding pattern. The flow was never missing. You were simply moving against it through doubt, through resistance, through the illusion of separation. But now, as you stand here, aware, aligned, awake, you can feel it clearly. This is the frequency of pure existence, effortless, endless, complete. When you live from this state, wealth is not something to pursue or even manifest. It is simply the language through which the universe speaks its love. Money becomes movement. Opportunity becomes expression. Success becomes reflection. You no longer ask, "Will I have enough?" Because you see that you are enough, and enoughness is the gateway through which infinite supply pours. Take a deep breath and feel that flow passing through you once again. It moves like liquid gold, entering through the crown of your head, cascading down your spine, and pooling at the base of your being before rising again. A perfect cycle. A circle without end. Each inhale receives. Each exhale releases. And in that balance lies everything you'll ever need. The eternal flow is not about accumulation. It is about participation. It asks only that you stay open, open to give, open to receive, open to evolve. Look back at how far you have come. The version of you that began this journey was searching for answers, for signs, for formulas. But what you found was not a method. You found yourself. You remembered that your consciousness is the ultimate technology, that your emotion is the dial, and that the universe is the screen projecting your inner frequency. That realization is the highest wealth any soul can attain. Because once you master the inner mechanics, the outer must follow. Your relationship with money, people, health, and time will all begin to shift to match your serenity. You will notice that you move slower yet achieve more. You speak less but express deeper truth. You rest without guilt and work without pressure. You no longer count hours, you measure resonance. This is what living in the eternal flow feels like. Time bends, intuition sharpens, and life itself starts cooperating with your calm. Everywhere you go, the field recognizes you. Doors open, synchronicities align. You walk in harmony with cause and effect because you've remembered that you are both. The most profound secret of all is this: the eternal flow does not reward the powerful. It amplifies the peaceful. Peace is the highest currency. It is the vibration that signals to the universe, this vessel is ready for more. So as you move forward from here, make peace your priority. Let it guide your spending, your planning, your creating. Let it anchor your mornings and close your nights. Because every action born from peace multiplies wealth. Now imagine your energy field as a golden sphere orbiting within an infinite sea of light. Each pulse from your heart sends waves into that sea, and each wave returns multiplied, abundance, joy, inspiration, love, flowing back to you from every direction. You do not control the flow. You conduct it, like a maestro leading an orchestra that spans the universe. The field listens to your rhythm and responds in harmony. This is creation as collaboration, not domination. Whenever you feel uncertainty again, and you will, because growth never ends, simply pause and remember this rhythm. Close your eyes, breathe, and ask silently, where is the flow moving now? Then follow it. Even if it leads somewhere unexpected, trust that it is always toward expansion, because the flow never moves backward. It only refines, elevates, and aligns. You are part of something vast, but that vastness also lives inside you. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you tilt the balance of the collective. Every time you act with gratitude, you expand the universe's capacity for love. This is why your personal abundance matters. It is not selfish. It is service. By living in the eternal flow, you show others that struggle is not noble and that peace is not complacency. You demonstrate what happens when a human remembers their infinite nature. Now, let's anchor this awareness one final time. Take a slow breath in through your heart and exhale through your palms. Feel light pouring outward, flowing into the world. That is your contribution, invisible, powerful, unending. You have become the bridge between energy and matter, between the unseen and the seen. You no longer need proof because your existence is the evidence. Everything you touch will carry your signature of coherence. Everything you create will carry your vibration of peace. Everything you desire will arrive through alignment, not effort. From this day on, remember these words whenever you need guidance. I am the flow. I am the peace beneath all motion. I am the wealth that moves through creation. I am infinite. Let that truth echo until it replaces every old story, every limiting belief, every doubt. Because the truth cannot be forgotten once it's felt. You are now part of the eternal flow, not as a visitor but as its living expression. You are the current. You are the river. You are the ocean. And as you move through this life, may everything you touch remember its own abundance through you. Your journey is complete, yet it never ends. The frequency you have activated will continue expanding long after these words fade. So go forward with quiet power. Walk gently, speak truthfully, give freely, receive joyfully. You are light in motion, wealth in human form. And the universe celebrates through you every time you remember that. The flow will never leave you, because you and the flow are one and the same. Welcome home.